Anyway, so basically, I've got this, hopefully it's here, this old, very old camcorder that everything when I was a kid, because, you know, I was young enough, or old enough now, that I was young enough then, that this was like still used basically, right? This is a Panasonic, what, I don't even know, Palm Sight, see if you can see that. And it's nice, very cool, very, the battery's pretty much dead because I knew this would happen, which is another thing that I don't have here, but basically, under the battery is a little port, like a little jack, I don't know if you see it, where it'll show you where you plug it in for direct power instead of using the actual battery pack, because I tried recording, which is what I'm going to get into, with the battery pack, and the battery pack died. And it was fully charged allegedly, so this thing's pretty much dead. Basically, it has a VCR mode, has the camera mode for when it's actually recording, off of course, and then VCR, so that it can actually play back the tape that's inside of here. Now, that's where I went into a rabbit hole, basically, because it came with, this is the charger, it came with a cable, it came with this cable right here, which is basically, it's, I don't know what kind of jack this is, but there's the AV out, which is on the side of the camera, where this connects, and then I have audio and video. Now, yeah, because there's only one channel, but I think you can split it up in software later, because for example, this one, USB DVR, sometimes they come by the name of, I think it's Easy Cap. It's like the same design and everything. Basically, there's no drivers for this. It cost me $3. It has the disc in there, but the disc wasn't actually, it was sealed, yet it was new, but it was all scratched up and didn't work. As you can see, the plastic from here, the fake leather is coming off. But anyway, this didn't work. It turned on. I want to see if I can reverse engineer them, the drivers for this anyway, just you know, for the lulz. I am a CS major anyway. But that didn't work, the drivers didn't work. And then this one, which actually came with DVD and disc and everything, which here, plugged into this weird mini thing, which is like, why not just go straight into it? But okay. They all come with extenders as well, so that if you want longer USB, which I have an extender anyway, which is better. But basically, they have the S video, which is this kind of thing, which you'll see in a sec. And then obviously the splitter for left and right channels, and then the video composite, if I'm not mistaken. So I tried this, and guess what? Plugged it in, and since I had the actual disc still, and I have a disk drive, I was able to download the software for Roxy and all that. Don't recommend it. I heard later when I bought this afterwards, because this cost what, I think under $3. This one's $199. The Dell Angel USB TV tuner, which obviously has audio in, video in, S video, and then connects to your, supposed to be for laptops. Couldn't get it to work, couldn't find drivers for it, so that was another bust. And the point with this one is that it did work, but the video was all choppy, glitchy, and basically unusable. Not that I'm gonna, you know, it's just for storage, just to have it there, but basically I don't want it random, you know, it's all messed up. So I pretty much gave up with that. This, I just got it today, $10.99, not that expensive. Elgato HD Capture, and it came with everything, obviously. Ugh. I had a little difficulty finding which correct software, because there's a bunch, but you got to make sure it's the Elgato Game Capture HD software, and then that will recognize this, which obviously has the USB which connects to the computer, HDMI out in case you're recording a console or anything else, right? So the HDMI in and an HDMI out, so that you can actually see and it'll just capture in between. I had an HD60S Plus or something like that I sold a while back, but I don't think that had the cables for AV in. But this does, because this is much older. I don't know if it had it. I think it was just HDMI, and then Type-C. But this one, this is exactly what I was looking for. And because it's Elgato, the software is, you know, modern, up-to-date, works on Windows 11, which is what I use. And sure enough, well actually, what's more important is that it came with its cables as well. So I have my S video, the left-right channel, and these, although the software told me, and I guessed right, lucky me, I guess, where it was audio in, and the yellow has to go to the red, in case you only have the one video out. And then these are just cables for, like, it's just an HDMI and then for PlayStation or something. But that's fine, because with this S video, or audio video, yes, S video, I think that's the port called, that's what it's called. I had this one for my Neat scanner, which is just a document scanner, just, was it micro, mini? I forget which ones that is. This connected to my computer. It made this sound, you know, Windows makes that sound. It's like, ding, it connected. Well, didn't find it until it didn't work at OBS Studio, rather. But then I downloaded the Elgato's actual capture software. Sure enough, it detected it, and it said, no video signal. Maybe I'll show you when I get on my computer. I'll show you a video of how I actually did the connection. But this is what you want. Obviously, I've seen the mini DVR one that they use for FPV drones. That one you can record directly to digitize these, so you don't basically need the tape anymore. But that's about, I think that they've gone up. I've seen them on Amazon for like $30-$40. On eBay they're still for like $25. But I think that's because they haven't caught up with the fact that Amazon sellers realize that people like us who just want it for these composite devices, basically, to record them onto SD cards or simply onto the computer. So the prices have gone up a bit. But again, like I said, $11. I think it was like 30% off too. So $11, or like more like 10, and it's probably better. Probably has more. It has more options, more everything, better software, better support. The cables work, everything works. And yeah, although I will admit, obviously, you cannot record with this on the go. So if you still want to record with this old kind of camera, but use or have it recorded directly onto an SD card, you're gonna have to get that mini DVR or whatever. So there is that. But if all you want to do is record from your computer, or not from, or to your computer from your device, which is why this is also another thing, which is also really good quality. If I got it to work, if I had gotten it to work, which I didn't. Oh well. And basically, obviously, I'll jump onto the software real quick and then show you. But basically, this is what you want. These little USB dongle things, they don't work. Well, you might be able to make them work, but even then, they're really crappy. They don't really stand up. But this, the Elgato, 10 out of 10. Do recommend. And we'll jump onto the software in a bit. Okay, so basically, first you want to get Game Capture HD, Elgato's actual software for working with this device. And basically, as soon as you plug in the device, your Game Capture HD, as you'll see in the top right, it'll suddenly pop up. And obviously it says no signal, but from here, you're going to go into the settings. Typically, it's going to be set to Xbox Series X already or something like that. So just go to the bottom, to other, and then we have, it'll obviously give you the whole diagram, which is left, right, channel. And then, well, this is the cable that came with mine, right? The left, right channel, and then these all color ones. So the yellow one went with the red one. Okay, that's nice. And then you're going to want to go from, obviously it'll be an HDMI as well, but then you'll finally be able to switch it up once you go to other, to composite. And that's where this will pop up. And then everything else, basically just keep it the same. I just boost it up to best quality, because why not? I'll probably compress it later in Handbrake in case it's, well, too big of a file for the quality that it is, because it's like, with this box chart, Game Capture will convert 720-480 input to progressive 640-480 for best compatibility with playback devices. Probably shouldn't do that, because I don't want that. And stretch standard definition, if it looks squished out. Yeah, but it wasn't. Okay, so that's fine. And it basically just HD 720. I could go standard. If I put, I don't know what the difference is, because I don't know what it records. I don't even think it records at 720, like the actual. I have to check what the Panasonic thing I have records to, because then I might re-record. But I mean, for now, it looks good enough. I mean, if it looks 720, whatever, it all looks grainy, really bad, honestly. I get the appeal, obviously, because, you know, these are my childhood memories as well. I get the nostalgia factor. But it's not, I mean, it's not 1080, and I don't even think it's 720. So I'll probably put it to standard again if I ever record the rest of my cassettes. Basically, is what they are, the little VHS things. Mini VHS or whatever they're called. But yeah, you can go into picture, and I would raise the brightness a bit. Obviously, it depends on what you're recording from, because compared to the Roki or whatever it was called that I tried, it was definitely a brighter image than from the Elgato. I don't know if this is more natural or something happened. Either way, I probably could do that in post-processing in DaVinci Resolve. Audio gain, I would also raise just a tad, probably from -6 to 0. And then profile is advanced. TV compatibility. If you want to like see it on the big screen on your TV, and just record and copy on your laptop next to the TV, and you have like a VHS player, this will probably be in handy, come in handy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Then hit record at the bottom here, and then play it, and you're done. No live commentary, nothing else, just the game audio, which is basically just the actual VCR recording. You'll have your videos on your computer, and then you can either save them or export them to DaVinci Resolve, edit them, do whatever you want. AI upscale might be a thing actually. Hopefully you found this helpful and you actually realize that those cheapo USB dongle splitters don't really work. And even if they did, I don't know. Again, the Elgato software, look at this. So much more stuff here that you can edit, change, and whatnot. So I think I'll stick with that personally. But hey, to each their own, right? Again, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Always forget to say that. Hope you learned something.